Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contributions on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this channel, I bring information to your doorstep. I bring news from all channels, from every angle. Things that have to do about the world, things that have to do about Africa, more especially Nigeria. I bring it to your doorstep, some information that you ignore, some information that you cannot be able to come across. I look for them, I bring it to your doorstep for you to see. Every video you see on this channel is for educational purpose.
Former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu was involved in an imbroglio in the UK, and you tweeted that Nigeria happened to Ekweremadu. How do you mean?
Look, Nigeria is a tragedy that is large enough to go around to everybody. You know, as they say on the street, now breakfast, everybody go chop. Ekweremadu is a parent whose child is critically ill.
Yeah.
So you would expect that any parent will do whatever they can within reasonable limits, in fact, unreasonable limits, to save their child. But if Nigeria, the same country in which Ekweremadu has served in the Senate for so long, had invested money and expertise in finding solutions to the healthcare challenges within Nigeria, with the powers of impunity enjoyed by the Nigerian ruling class, the reality is that Ekweremadu could have afforded as many as 20 nonso or whatever that boy's name is to be queuing in front of the daughter's hospital room so that they will be tested for compatibility. But of course, they never built anything in Nigeria that could handle it. I'm not talking about him as a person, I'm talking about the class. So there are times, Yorubas have this proverb, they say, the parasite kills itself, presuming that it is killing the host, the dog. But the reality is that when the dog dies, the parasite dies with it. So when Nigerian ruiners, when they refuse to build Nigeria, their doctors are all abroad, their dentists are abroad, their children's schools are abroad, their homes are abroad, but they have residences in Nigeria where they milk us. When life happens to them outside of Nigeria, it's still Nigeria that has happened to them. So Nigeria happened to Ekweremadu. Nigeria happened to him. Abdul Karim Adisa, if my memory serves me right, he had that accident on Kaba Road, Ilorin Kaba. He had an accident. And he might have survived if they hadn't placed him in an air ambulance. I think it was the decompression in the air ambulance that actually triggered his death. So Nigeria eventually, look, I heard one the other day, some woman went, she was feeling unwell. They tried diagnosing, they couldn't find the reason, they didn't know what was wrong until she got to the UK. And then they found that she has a rare form of cancer that they are seeing coming out of Nigeria that is rooted in diesel exhaust, diesel fumes, the fumes for the generators. Because we are breathing in these carcinogenic properties, they are seeing a very high incidence of this particular type of cancer coming out of Nigeria. Nigeria has happened to that person too. If the person didn't have to be putting on generators and constantly having the effluent from the generators coming into the homes, in some places, the generators are running for days without NEPA showing up at any point in time. So Nigeria happens to everybody within this space to varying degrees and extent. Nigeria happened to the boy as well, because if Nigeria hadn't happened to him, he probably would have not gone and whatever has happened there. The reality is that Nigeria, no matter how far you run, you might be in the UK and Nigeria would happen to you in the UK. Nigeria happens. So yes, Nigeria happened to Ekweremadu.
Finally, sir, let's get your response to this. There are palpable fears among Nigerians that coming ahead of 2023 general elections, which is about 8 months. You are assuming that we still have more times. But there are palpable fears among the electorates that the ruling class, which you give the appellation
ruining class,
they are going to give themselves a significant head start with regards to these elections, considering the fact that they have certain advantages that can be consolidated by manipulating the state access to resources in order to distribute patronage of gates and outspending the opposition parties, and at the same time they may digitally manipulate the media as well as the electoral process. Doesn't that paint a grim picture for Nigerian electors?
I choose to believe that what we have is a unique opportunity. You know, the same character that denotes danger in Cantonese script also means opportunity. I admit that things look pretty bleak in this moment. And people are right to entertain the fears that they are entertaining. But that's the thing right there, fears. Fears do not enable you to act. It cripples. It cripples. One of the synonyms for fear is petrified. The word petrified has its root in stone, petra. To become frozen. And every adversary would like you to believe that it is stronger than it actually is. 2019, Atiku versus Buhari. With all the vote buyings, the levers of powers and everything that they managed to deploy, because these were two horrible candidates against each other, they still couldn't muster 28 million people to go to the poll. So they had only less than a third of the electorate at the poll. Nigerians are hopeful. Hope is a good thing to have in this situation. And I have already explained to you, we are on a leadership recruitment drive. We are not looking to vote for a politician. We are looking for a leader to take us out of the mess we are undoubtedly in. So if we are looking for a leader to take us out of our mess, we must know where we want to go if those who are presenting themselves do not know where they want to take us. So it becomes a leadership recruitment instead of an electoral process per se. And I believe that we have sufficient heft, we have sufficient numbers to force this discussion. The Nigerian youth are engaged. They are registering to vote in record numbers. The state might deploy the media as it always has. But that is why we have media such as Sahara TV as well, which has a duty to tell the stories of the people whose voice would never have been heard on traditional media. So it is critical that this kind of engagement be kept with several layers of the society. The fact of the matter is that this is not just an election. That is where the likes of Peter Obi do not appear to be getting it. It cannot be an election. This has to be a revolution. Whether that is now peaceful or not will be dependent on their own capacity to understand the issues and then communicate it to the people. But make no mistake about it, anything short of an electoral revolution would deliver Nigeria into the hands of either Atiku or, God forbid, a Milocom. When that happens, Nigeria dies. Because hope would have been effectively buried. It would simply mean that you would have to live with the normalized evil that has become endemic in our space. The incoming electoral cycle must be turned into an electoral revolution if we are going to ever avoid war in Nigeria. it is critical. We are at the edge of that precipice. It takes only a little to push. You already have the alienation of Ndigo, whom you have told in no uncertain terms that it cannot aspire as a group to the headship of the iniquitous country.